What's wrong with the pickup?
Ain't got no motor in it. What's up, everybody? FSC Trucking. This should be the absolute most anticipated video in my channel's history. Not for the not V10 Dodge. This is Matt's 1998 second gen we call Mr. Beefy. But this video has been wanted for, well, since Orwell started on the channel. So we're gonna have to get into it. Let's get started. Now you probably saw the thumbnail, you probably know what this video is all about, but we've been working in the shop and I've been trying to update you on what we've been doing on the personal side of things too. So long story short, Matt was in high school, we bought him this truck. It had the 8-liter V10, but it had a lot of mileage on it. Then it started missing, had some kind of issue with it. The valve train was quite loud. We parked it outside my old shop, and then some no good son of a gun decided that they needed catalytic converters more than Matt wanted them and decided to help themselves. So the truck sat for a while longer, got put up to the storage barn, and there it sat for a bit. Now it's time to maybe start rebuilding the engine to it and getting this truck back right. However, the engine's sitting right there on the floor. So in between working on everything else we got going on here, Chris was kind enough to help me get this engine pulled out. Kind enough meaning he did the job. So the engine's out and we found out what exactly is wrong with it. We'll touch base on that real quick. In the meanwhile, we have the strobe lights on the bottom of Orwell, and the last load I brought back here was a wide load, and one strobe wasn't working, and one, I think both fog lights weren't working, and one strobe was not, and those lights are literally on there a month. So trucks, get your crap right, because I'm not happy with lights that go out after a month. So while he's working on that, we're gonna get Orwell out, then we're gonna get Mr. Beefy out the door, put in the trailer, using Sean's Jeep to do so. That's a process. All right, what happened to this engine? Now this engine is the 8.0 liter V10. So it's, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times 2 V engine.
The most powerful overall line of truck engines on the planet has a 2-cylinder advantage over any other truck on the market.
They had a badass commercial back in the day when these trucks were brand new, and I always wanted one.
The 300 horsepower Dodge Magnum V10, available in this handsome carrying case.
And I was like, let me try to get Matt something special. So this is what we got him. And he loved it. He named it Mr. Beefy. And ever since then, we've kind of just kept the name. Now, initially when Chris pulled it out, I asked him to pull the valve covers off. And we didn't see anything very obvious except for the fact that the engine is very well worn down. You can see the crispy critters all up in there from just crappy maintenance. Now, the engine had like 230 when we got it and 280 when we pulled it, so it's closing on 300K. But look at that oil in there. There's water in that oil. Now the question is, did moisture build up from storage and then we ran it a little bit to move it around and it mixed it up, or was it using coolant? However, look at your cam. The worst one seems to be over here. Look at that lobe right there. I don't know how well that's showing up, but it's real bad. The lobes are basically worn down fairly flat. So there it is. This truck is a stick shift, so there's your clutch. In the end, that's what we figured out. We knew this engine was pretty well wore out anyway. So as Matt can't afford it, he's going to go ahead and pay me to rebuild it. I'll deal with the labor side of things. Matt will deal with the part side of things. It might be a while till it's done. Honestly, it might be a while till he even starts this job. But I want to at least know what was going on. The engine doesn't take up much space in my shop, but its nifty carrying case does. I mean, it's an 8-foot bed, extended cab. It's a lot of room taken up. So we're gonna have to close this back up, put it back in the trailer, take it up to the storage barn, and it can sit in there for a bit. Meanwhile, the engine's just sitting here. It'll be a while till we need the truck back, so we're gonna go ahead and figure that out. So once Chris gets done with that strobe light, it was storming earlier, so the storms are past. Get that strobe light replaced, Orwell will go out, this will get dragged out, dragged into the trailer, and it'll bring Orwell back in. And we're gonna get started on the real video, the real reason why you're still here. But the strobes are all of them?
The what strobes?
Oh, yeah, they're all working.
All right, cool.
Sweet.
Again.
Yeah, because I was behind a damn pickup truck and I'm looking at the reflection and I'm like, I'm only seeing one flash on one side. And then I turn the strobes off and turn the fog lights on.
This strobe wasn't working.
Oh,
that strobe was.
Right.
Yeah.
But none of the fogs were working.
Well, this fog light was working when it came here, but that one wasn't.
Maybe it was. I was just working off reflection on cars in front of me.
Yeah.
But the strobe for sure was gone. Now Chris just got done fixing my trailer. So now the door ought to stay still.
Yep. You don't have one of these that are center.
Now that's a better way to do it.
Yeah.
Oh, the hook's up front? No, you're not going to center it. Any of these will do.
All right, that's the one you want?
Preferably the front one, because that's a better pocket right there.
I might have to get a D-ring for that. Oh, you have some right there.
I have plenty. Yeah, I mean, if you want to run an angle, it's fine. It's just don't matter. So yeah, we'll explain here, but we're going to use that winch on that Jeep to take care of this. I need to get a winch inside the trailer itself. That's a future project. But for now, I'm happy to just have a door that stays down and a nice ramp that works. Thanks, Chris. You're the man.
I know it, but nice to hear.
Sean, that's a nice long arm kit you got under there. Yeah. Wonder how that got there.
Just a dodge.
Now, where'd you get them at?
What?
The snatch block.
Online?
I don't know if you remember the spot or who makes them or whatever.
Oh, this is a Warren snatch block. Same brand that makes the winch.
You have to show me how to work your winch because you're a skinnier guy. You'll ride in beefy. Because once it gets in a trailer, it's going to want to roll forward.
I kind of want to use the winch though, yeah.
Well, I don't mean, yeah.
Well, let's get it up to the trailer.
To the trailer, yeah.
And then winch it. So you probably better off be in it, Sean. That way you don't.
Pushing it up there for now. And
Well, someone's got to drive.
Steer.
I guess.
You got it? Yeah. You should. Give her left, Sean. A little more left. Left. Right a little. Straight. That'll do. There we go. Chris, hold that mirror in. There you are. It's a little picky. You get a wrap strap.
I can't see. I can't tell if it's recording.
Touch the screen.
No, you're good.
There we go. So we'll wrap it like this. Make the winch cable.
Plastic is.
Oh, we can go under that too.
Now you could even come through this right here. Keep it up off the plastic.
There we go. That's better. Trying to keep Sean's cable off the trailer floor because it's like a fiber. What's that made out of, Sean? You remember?
No idea.
Anyway, it's a fiber type cable. It's not steel cable.
Yeah.
Once you put a nick in it, it's gone. It's got chunk. So put it up high. Well, the winch is still loose. I was pulling out. Keep it up high so it keeps off the floor.
Yeah.
That's the idea.
I'm going to show you how to use it.
However, we're pulling a dead truck, so a lot of the weight is sitting in the shop, not in the truck, so we're fine there. All right, you can start pulling on the cable to get it. Take the slack out. Good, Sean.
That's not good?
Yeah, you got to close your clutch.
Thanks.
Good. I'm wrapping it through my finger. Just let it roll. All right, we're tight.
You moving?
Not yet. I'm just saying we're tight. Ready, Sean? Keep it up against this side fender. Wow, watch that Jeep crunch. Alrighty, boys and girls, we got all the monkeying around done, getting the Mr. Beefy out of the shop, getting him loaded into the enclosed trailer and so on. We got Orwell inside now, and well, let me go ahead and show you something. Everybody has been saying for many, many years about this particular rusty wheel. This is the most hated wheel in YouTube history. I don't know what to tell you. Well, that's what Orwell originally came with when I got him. And the steel wheels, if you take a close look, well, it sat like that for quite a many years. You see the rust built up on the bottom of that one. And obviously the water just dripped out the hole. But these are the factory wheels that match the factory paint on Orwell. However, I wanted to do something a little different. Now these are the front aluminum wheels that came with Orwell when I bought them. I don't know where they come from, if these are original to Orwell or not. But these are a vintage style wheel, and you can tell by the valve stems. We'll show you here in a minute. Now, however, a while back during the live, I found some original Peterbilt Oval 24.5s. And we signed them out and got them polished. And there you go. These are Stud Pilot 24.5 Peterbilt Oval wheels that are going on the outside drives. Finally, I'm getting rid of that damn rusty wheel. Now the question is, what do I do with it?
Been a while since I've been off.
Yes, sir. Chris, take the truck turner. Well, that won't help either. Can you get the impact to the other side?
I thought you wanted the door closed for lighting. Now you want me to shove the Jeep nose up there? Or?
I ain't got a choice.
Now you just gotta make sure you're 180 out that valve stem.
Yeah.
We're gonna get her aired up.
Yeah. One of yours is like that. I think it's this one.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's because the guy that put this tire on, he put the two valve stems facing each other when he did for this flat repair.
That's bad luck.
Well, this is the shop for bad luck. We break mirrors for front. John,
So,
you know, when it hits 120, let the guy. You said 120? Where's it at now?
it's like 115, it's almost there.
Yeah, I did 120 solid. And a letter rip. Well, it's a good thing we got that barrel removal tool, Chris. The last one brought the barrel with it. Sometimes happens, Sean, is the barrel will come out with the nut.
Oh, nice.
So now you gotta torque it off.
Except you don't.
You do.
Not you're using that. Oh, you are using that.
Well, no, I don't have to. You're right, I need the nut though.
Oh.
But there's a tool for that.
And do you have said fancy tool?
Yes, he does.
Ain't that fancy, but yes, I have it. One of them is right here. Loosening is like tightening, so now we're going the other way, so we still flip it around. Right? Yep. So open your valve. Air!
Good to go?
Good to go. Turn her off. I was just making sure they're all right. So I'm like, well, if they weren't right, they wouldn't go on the damn studs on the truck.
Yeah, they went on too easy.
Well, they're old and oh, there's no threads in that one.
Do you have new ones?
Not that many. We might be in a little trouble here. Alrighty, got our new nuts. 20 rights, 20 lefts, and a case of penetrating oil. What were you saying, Sean, about old rusty nuts? Oh no, you didn't do it. I think you did you?
I almost got there.
You almost did it.
Yeah, I popped it on there, I seen a hole. Uh-oh.
Yeah, well, here's our new nuts. I'll have to explain what happened with that. Oh, here's a case of penetrating oil, Chris. They didn't have, at Truck Equipment, they didn't have PB Blaster, but they had like a CRC version of it. So here's the old barrels that came off. The aluminum wheel is too thick, so there's not enough thread engagement for the nut to go on there. The old nuts were not threading onto the new barrels that we put onto the truck. We're thinking the threads are just stretched or something, or just really rusty. I'm not really sure what was going on. We probably could have cleaned them up and jammed them on, but why? So the answer really was to go with the new barrels, brand new nuts too. So we're gonna have to explain that, because on one side, on the left side of the truck, I forget which is left-handed. Yeah, so they're opposite, right? So the left side of the truck is right-handed thread. Left side of the truck, oh, I got that backwards. Left side of the truck is right-handed thread. Right side of the truck is left-handed thread. No, it's not. That side was loose inside to take it off. Tight inside to take it off.
We got right over here.
R went on this side.
Right.
Left,
but that's
L went on this side.
I
This
used
side,
proper side of the
to
truck.
tighten it down on this side, you go backwards of what you would normally go.
Right.
Yeah.
So the right side is correct. So the right side is standard thread. Left side is left-handed thread.
Yeah, backwards.
Right, exactly. All right, so with that, that's why you have to make sure you got the right one on there. They're actually labeled. See, right above my index finger is an R right there. So you gotta make sure you got the right ones. But actually, just to make sure we didn't screw that up, I actually counted each one and checked each one. Stamped with an R, stamped with an L, because that was gonna be the next mistake I was gonna hear about. We got one of the wrong side or something. So with that. Worst case, we had leftover ones from the chapel trailer. Again, who knows how that was put together. It doesn't seem to be ever done right. All right, that's where we stand. So now we should be able to just basically put them all together.
Oh, that's nice. You don't got nothing fancy to.
Well, yeah, they hold on.
It's like a threading on the inside. It holds on to the onto the valve stem.
No fancy ether tricks today?
Oh no, no need. The Michelin's is no need. And you're working hard today.
Earning my way.
Meanwhile, I'm over here kind of bitching and moaning. I had to go to the store again because I didn't really want to. By the way, they did stand behind that light and they checked it, and they're like, yeah, we'll just give you back your money. So I'm like, we'll credit it off the nuts, and that's what they did. So Truck Equipment stood behind their stuff. Of course, Trucks is the manufacturer of that light, and they really need to step up on the quality of those things because they're pretty terrible. But they look nice and they work good when they work.
Now this steer tire was the one that was replaced out there in Long Island in New York when they had that flat in Brooklyn. So what we're gonna do, everybody, is we're gonna take this wheel. It looks different from the other tires, right? Just simply looks different. So we're gonna hide it underneath the quarter fender as an inner wheel. This is the rim getting replaced. I was wondering about that one.
Yeah.
So in these old style stud wheels, the barrels are like a nut on a nut. The barrels are like a stud on a stud that are also part nut, and that holds the inner wheel on. So that's why you saw Chris take the 10 bolt nut. You saw Chris take the 10 nuts off of this wheel, which are on this. Comes right through like, actually it was the other way around. Through like that, and then the nut goes on there to hold the wheel on. These are like another nut. So. 20 of them per wheel set, 4 wheel sets.
barn fan.
A what?
A barn fan?
Oh. Yeah, it's right over there. It's not that hot.
No, it ain't bad. No, I'm just saying, when it does get hot,
Yeah.
we do have one. I did it! And I didn't rip my pants. All right, Chris, explain what we're doing here.
We're going to clean the wheel up. Valve stem goes in here. Just want to make sure it's no corrosion in there. Nice and shiny. I like to use rubber lube on this.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
Just helps them seal and keeps it from corroding again, like it was.
That's just rubber lube.
Yeah.
With a wrench?
Here.
The stem fishes from the inside, and then there's a nut inside of the wheel. Well, inside meaning this side. This is inside of the tire, I guess.
Yeah.
And then the nut threads on it. And of course, the stem itself sticks out the hole to be able to be inflated.
Just want to make sure you get it centered out here.
Now, more modern wheels, the hole is more towards the beef of the wheel, where the rim. Well, this is actually the rim that which is, I forget. Like on them Daytons, there's a wheel and rim.
Yeah. The
So
rim,
this is like the rim itself.
This is a wheel because it has both.
Right.
The rim is just this.
Right.
That's what the Dayton hubs are.
So where the dish part of it attaches, usually where they put the valve stems on them now. In the old days, they put them right in the middle, and they would face each other. If you clocked the holes to face each other, what we always do is we put them opposite one another.
Yeah.
So if you find one valve stem, it's on the other side.
It's a balance thing. You want them opposite so they counterbalance each other.
Right.
And I've always been told it's just bad luck to have them any other way.
Well, I don't believe in that luck stuff, but it's a pain in the neck when they're facing each other.
Yeah.
Which one of them was. I forget which one it was. The most recent tire change.
That one.
Oh, that was the New York one.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Well, I'm pretty sure it was that one.
I think you're right. Because the one that I changed in North Carolina was that side, driver's side. That's why we got steer tires, because these are unavailable. So I'm going to run these down and get all new ones eventually. But the steer tires take up for the tires that got ruined. So now what are you doing?
Cleaning the rim up so it'll seal and makes the tire go on easier. Right in there.
Right where the bead meets the rim itself.
Well, we're almost there, boys and girls. Starting to look real nice, look real pretty. So yeah, like I was saying earlier, the two steer tires, just so it looks a little bit better, we put them on the inside position underneath the wheel well. So that way you just kind of don't see it. It's not a safety thing, it just looks better that way. But there we are. I'm just not gonna put a brand new, look at it like this.
If you take a brand new tire and put it here, this tire holds the weight off the ground off this one. This one takes majority of the weight, thus overloading it. So you want them closely, evenly matched. These tires probably got 50 or 40% remaining. If you put a brand new one, it'll be a lot taller. Steer tires, however, are a little softer. So if they are a little taller than the drive that's next to it, it'll take more squish, thus distributing the weight a little bit more evenly.
Blaster's like $10 a can, ain't it? Ridiculous.
Well, if you get it from O'Reilly's, it is. The idea here is to just not mess the wheel up. Nice!
Nice dude. Sorry.
You're good, Mr. I don't want you on camera.
I'm not on camera.
Darcy?
Are you sure? Because there's even more.
It'll probably light up the comments. This is bad. You shouldn't drink it because this, that, and the other. Maybe some forever chemical, maybe some peroxide, maybe some arsenic, strychnine. I don't know. Bad for you. Too many calories, not enough calories. Too liquid, not enough liquid.
Meanwhile, I went to the store and bought Quick Trip mac and cheese and covered it in Cholula and Chipotle sauce.
Dude, the way you eat nowadays, that you live by yourself, you would think you never had a mother or a father.
I eat good meals.
At restaurants.
I make good meals at home too, thank you very much. It's just I cook too much meat and then I cut it up and put it in the ramen afterwards.
He loves his ramen.
A good meal is 2 packs of ramen, 4 eggs, and like 2 pork chops or something like that.
For the record, that is my older son, Sean. He prefers not to be on camera. It's not a big thing if he's here or there, but if you haven't noticed, I try to avoid him a little bit for that purpose. Matthew, he loves the camera. Sean, not so much. That's what happens when your dad's a YouTuber, I guess. Chris, you almost qualify as a truck mechanic now. Because remember, I'm just a YouTuber that occasionally drives truck. So, you know, you're on film working on my truck, so.
Yeah, I need one of them patches.
You got more certificates and degrees and stuff in different schools, truck. And,
I know a lot of people that's got a lot more than I got.
yeah, well, you got plenty of them, so. You know what's funny, I made a comment. What comment was that? You shot me, as soon as you saw the video, you shot me an email with like every certificate you ever got. And I'm like, dude, I can only take so many attachments.
If he says who he says he is, I thought, well,
I thought
he really doesn't know. And how could he? We talked here for an hour. That was it. I could say anything. So I'm not a good liar, so I just tell the truth. But yeah,
I
he
made
made
this
that
email with,
comment,
like,
so I
30
sent him all my
attachments.
things.
Goddamn.
Like all the different certifications and stuff he's been through over the years on the mechanic side. And I'm like, dude, I sent a text, I'm like, dude, relax, you got the job, chill.
She's so happy you get to work for a famous YouTuber now?
I didn't care about him, but I just want to see the truck.
That's fair.
I grew up with Cabovers. That's the first truck I ever drove was a Cabover. That's what my dad always drove. So I like them.
I grew up with a yellow Peterbilt.
Old 379.
I drove one 379. No, a couple of them.
Yeah, now I get mad at him because he's driving down the highway 70 miles an hour and that's pretty much all this thing will put out.
He's like, man, I loved it when he's like, I wish you still had that Rooster Cruiser. Like, yeah, I do too.
That was a nice truck.
I knew then what I know now. I could have made so much contact with that truck.
Yeah, but you wouldn't have
restoring it.
you wouldn't have the fame, you know? Cabover
No,
fame.
the Cabover made the fame of the channel for sure. But what I'm saying is,
I know what it's like to sit in the passenger seat of a semi truck for hours and hours and hours and hours on end.
oh yeah. But the old time drivers complained about the roughness of the Cabover, right? And they think a Century Class Freightliner is comfy. I'm like, if the comfort level is because the steer axle is more forward, on a Century Class it's only forward more than like a foot and a half. There's no difference. It's not like it's way out there like an old 379 or 389P. There's no difference. Don't tell me it's like, oh, it's such a better ride. No, it's not. You're just saying that because you heard the old timers crying about it back in the day. What's that?
I said those cursed old tires.
Yeah. If we keep this up, we're gonna have to buy a beauty ring to keep the socket off the wheel.
Yeah.
We don't sell them anymore.
I used to have some.
I had one. God knows where it went. So the inside knife edge is like this right here. I don't know if you can see it very well. But the nut and the barrel grab this outside piece here, so it kind of makes a knife edge. So now that we got new barrels, it's not wanting to slide through. So we're just taking that little bit of lip off. Won't take much.
Holy crap. I got it.
Progress.
Starting to think about going to McDonald's see if I can get a job.
See, Sean, my idea behind this is not only just old school. Trying to bring back the old school ways of trucking, not just the way that you remember when you were a kid riding with me, or when Chris started out driving, when Cabovers was the main thing. Not just the way the drivers drove, but the technology that was used. Everybody says I should update these to hub pilot wheels, which are easier, but this worked. Everybody says I should update the truck, get rid of the old truck, and go with the new stuff, with the new suspension systems, all the sensors, the DEF, all the problems that comes with the diesel particulate filters and exhaust, all that crap. So for me, it's not just bring back old school style of trucking, but also show that the old ways worked. Laws of physics, now the laws of trucking have changed, but laws of physics did not. This worked 40 years ago. Nothing's changed. Weight is still weight, right? What is it? E equals MC squared, the whole thing about starting and stopping and all that, right? Did they change that law in 2020 when they did the ELDs or whatever the hell year they did that?
They might have.
Did they change the E equals MC squared to some other bullcrap? No. Oh, no?
No, you're talking about momentum.
Oh, what's momentum then?
Momentum is not E equals MC squared. That's mass times velocity.
Whatever, it's close enough. He went to big time school, I didn't.
Yeah, me too.
Either way, point is,
I was impressed though. I was impressed.
It was quite the speech. I am sorry to derail it.
yeah. However, the point is, laws of physics haven't changed. The load still weighs something. You still have to slow down 80,000 pounds. You still have to support, control, and proceed down the road with 80,000 pounds. That hasn't changed. The year has, but not much else has. The old school stuff worked in the day.
Mass times velocity. I'm sorry, I keep derailing your thing. It is mass times velocity for momentum.
All right, so I have to redo the whole thing now, damn it.
You were also talking to me, not the camera.
I know.
No, get a shot of him explaining it. There you go. You want to step into it.
Point is, however which scientific way you want to go through, whether it's Newtonian physics or quantum physics, and with all the quarks and all the things that you described to me one time, the stuff still works. Old school trucking still applies today, same as it did 40 years ago. That's why I insist on keeping the old school stuff, but I wanted to look at the Peterbilt ovals and so on So that's why we're sticking with the old school methods. Plain and simple. I could always just buy the kit and update it, but I'd rather run like this, in case anybody was wondering.
This is staying true to what it is.
Exactly.
Yeah, I get it.
You could put a 6NZ in this thing and make it go faster. Yeah. You could take an engine out of Rooster, plop it in this thing, and make it go like a scalded cat.
Well, look, James Freddie just did it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He did. I'm not seeing anything wrong with it. I just prefer keeping it the old style as it was to show old style still functions.
Yeah. That's what got me here.
Now I'll get back. Oh no, I can't torque my wheels because you stole my sock.
Yeah, that's why I've got EFI fuel injection on my fucking Ford, because old style worked, but new style's better.
No, you didn't want a vented carburetor with forced ethanol in Hawaii. Dude, I'll be too happy to take that shit right out and throw a fucking big old Holly right on top of that bitch.
I'll stick with fuel injection. E equals MC squared has to do with converting mass into energy.
Oh.
So like if you were to like start a fire,
right.
That's how that would work, because you're converting.
Okay, so what's the velocity and all that?
Velocity is speed.
Uh-huh.
That's momentum. That's
right.
Mass times how fast you're going is momentum. That's
right.
That's what you were talking about.
Well, when you're stopping a truck, it's a matter of
momentum.
Getting rid of them.
E equals MC squared. E equals MC squared applies to burning of the diesel.
Okay.
You're converting mass into energy via combustion. Momentum is how fast is this you're going.
Right.
You need to stop the momentum. That's why when you have a big truck smack into a little car, the little car goes flying and the big truck keeps going. It kept its momentum. You may have been going the same speed, but the masses were way off.
All right. Basically, highly educated and barely out of high school.
High school physics.
I was still totally impressed, though. I was
I don't know how to spell
put
physics.
my hand over the heart and start saying the Pledge of Allegiance. It was a good speech.
I derailed it, I'm sorry.
Oh, you're good.
Just do it again. I won't do it this time.
No, you're good. No, I'll leave it all in. I don't care.
Yeah. See if anybody else catches it. While we're reforming the wheel too, as you're tightening in, where I ground all that out.
Yep.
That's my excuse.
That's another one. Oh, these wheels were used.
You know the difference between a professional and a non-professional, don't you? Professional always has an excuse. It's never my fault.
Is that it?
Yep.
I think right where we started.
One more, just for safety.
If I had nut covers, when I get done torquing them, I put the cover on it. That's where we started. One more. Did we do the back one?
No.
I don't remember doing it.
I don't think so. It's break time. You're wearing me out watching you work.
Alrighty, boys and girls. So some of you guys have been waiting for many years for this. Like I said, we went with them, old school style. That's how we're running, old school, straight up. That's just the way we're gonna do it here. Well, there it is.
Looks good.
It does look good, don't it?
Different truck.
Oh yeah, it livens it up. We're gonna get nut covers for the lug nuts and all that eventually. We got barrels that are a little too long. Like I said earlier, we're gonna put new nut covers. We have one of the right barrels. They ran out. They didn't have 20 each side, 20 left, 20 rights. So we got these. That'll work for now. They're perfectly safe and fine. It's just that if we don't find a really long nut cover, it won't work. So next time when we have to do brakes or something, we'll switch them out. That'll be that. I do not Well, leave a comment. What do you think? Should I cover these up with some kind of chrome? Maybe just the cap. I don't like the big covers on them.
I like paint that nice, just chrome covers here on these.
Yeah, it could be that too.
It's different.
Well, leave a comment what you think we should do, because obviously we don't agree on what looks good either, so everybody's got their own opinions. But with that, Chris, thanks very much. Thanks for coming on board, man. You've been kicking ass around here.
Love it here.
Getting it done. We really needed that. Dude, I should have had you here 2 years ago.
I'm having a ball here.
Excellent. Alrighty, everybody, that's it. It's raining. Mother Nature says you got to go home, and that's what we're going to do. We're going to go home. Bye.